Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. And
we are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30, and the Cleveland Browns. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Now the starting lineup here defensively for Pittsburgh. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now back to throw. Complete to Newsom. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. You think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 52 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Green, 39.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to throw. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to throw. But it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, O doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected, but I know this will surprise you.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup, it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Set! 3-19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it, and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch him now, Barney!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's the fullback, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On play action, they'll throw. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The Browns on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Oilers who are out in front. The Oilers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff. Johnson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's the fullback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead. And make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy's found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And the Browns getting set to go.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain here down to the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Now back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leopard.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Holding offense.
So that one a hold
Still
right
second
guard.
down.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Gun.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Johnson, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set! Blue landing!
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit.
They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
He'll drop to throw. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. 3-19.
Johnson on the counter. And shedding for, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So erase the red zone score.
Still
They'll have to
third down.
dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down, it's Thornton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got In for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Set. 319. 319. Over, 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 over.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me, because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, no.
First
Yeah,
down.
we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's the fullback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Complete to Newsom. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Gun!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gun! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game.